I'm just going to get right into it. I'm going to start by bringing you where all good things start at the beginning and just talk about our baptism in fire in Brownsville.
Amen.
I'm from the Diocese of Brownsville, and I don't think I've spent that much time outside there in my life, especially in the summer. It was hot. Yeah, but something that was really beautiful to all of us in the midst of the fiery heat of South Texas was the intense devotion of the people there. Our first procession was from the cathedral, downtown Brownsville, maybe like 3 blocks away from the border crossing there. And what was really beautiful was seeing all of these just people, particularly like the elderly, deciding like, yeah, I'm gonna walk 10 miles today, right? So you have us Pilgrims scrambling to put together the first procession that we've ever done, walking out of the cathedral, followed by a bunch of old men and women with walkers, canes. You know, later that day we actually had to tell them all that we were stopping the procession because they would have kept going until they fainted, and they would have been content with doing that. Even driving a mile away and starting again in the afternoon after lunch, people found us. people were waiting for us, even, and they just kept on going with us, even when we had to actually call it. It's like, yeah, this is deadly hot. Like even Texas football teams are practicing right now. That's feet. The second aspect of our experience that I want to share is the deep encounter with which our Lord wished to come to his people. Southern Indiana was our longest day of walking, 15 miles. And we actually were able to walk it because the weather wasn't trying to murder us, right? And it was normal. It felt to me a normal walk. I myself was the map for that day, kind of at the front of the procession. I didn't really actually know which turns I was making there. Someone else but I was very much chilling there. And on one street, we walked past a row of apartments, I guess duplexes, they're formally called. And there are 2 encounters there that were very notable. First, there was this little girl who was about to go to her speech therapy class. She couldn't have been older than 6 years old. I felt impelled to walk up to her and to their family. We're all outside, I guess, wondering what was about to pass by their house, and told them what was going on, and this little girl just started pulling her dad, like trying to walk with this thing. They walked for maybe 50 steps. I can't help but hope that that's the beginning of the story of another great saint. Another encounter just 3 houses down from the house of the family was this woman, her name was Kimberly. In this experience, our Lord wanted to draw close to someone who was very deeply grieving. The night before, her dear brother, his name is Gary, was shot and killed. He had, from what I understand, welcomed a homeless woman from the streets into his own home, and she was the one who ended his life. And she was there, standing on her porch. I walked up to her, gave her the same 30-second, this is what we're doing, Eucharistic pilgrimage. And then her heart just started pouring out to me. I couldn't do anything with her grief. You don't have words to answer such a deep pain. But in that encounter, as the procession is walking further and further, and I follow from the front of the procession all the way to the back, we were walking on sidewalks. We were a really long procession, so that took a while. somehow, my little presence, the presence of this procession, augmented really by our Lord's presence, so touched her. In the midst of her grief, in the midst of her suffering, she witnessed to me a deep faith that I don't even think I could have. She recognized that she was being taken care of by our Lord. She recognized the great blessing it was that we had walked past her home, right at this critical moment in her life where she was just sunken with grief. And even through really strong sobs, even through confusion, even through her inability to make sense of it all, she was very strongly, yeah, God's taking care of me. He wants me here. We'll see where he leads. The last story that I want to share, this will be a transition into something else, is a little bit about, I guess, what we could call the charism of our Shayla here. Very much wanted us as a route to live out our childhood in the hands of the Father. This was most evident, I think, in our time at this camp called Gasper River. I forget where it is particularly.
It's in the Diocese of Owensboro.
Owensboro.
Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yeah, beautiful place. And when we were there, we were hosted there, and I actually got to spend a day there with the campers. I think there were 4th and 5th graders there at the time. A very particular moment where we got to surely live out that childlikeness is in teaching some of the campers who were outside of our cabin this little dance called the Jesus Jive. I don't have words to describe what it is. I think it's only something that can be understood in the doing of it. Mind you, this is the youngest perpetual pilgrim here.
Yeah, it's also his birthday.
It's his birthday today. Do you want to do this in the Jesus Jive?
Yeah, I just want to say this is a dance I learned at the Catholic summer camp I worked at. And Mackenzie has really pestered me to do it in front of all of you, so it's going to be a treat. Brothers, sisters, fathers, your excellency, I apologize for that.
Or free to join if you'd like.
Please stand.
Or not.
Alright, are we all doing together?
Yeah. Please stand.
Jesus won! Jesus won! Let's all have some Jesus fun! Jesus 2! Jesus 3! Let's all climb the Jesus tree! Jesus 4! Jesus 5! Let's all do the Jesus jive! Jesus 6! Jesus 7! Let's fly away to Jesus heaven! Jesus 8! Jesus 9! Stop! It's Jesus time! Go Jesus! Go Jesus! Hold up! Wait a minute! Hold up! Wait a minute! Gotta put Mary in it. Go Mary! Go Mary! Go Mary! Go Mary! Hold up! Wait a minute! Hold up! Wait a minute! Gotta put Francis in it. Go Francis! Go Francis! Go Francis! Go Francis! Hold up! Wait a minute! Hold up! Wait a minute! Gotta put Father John Anthony in it. Do this! Then do this!